Do you struggle to manage your business or do you feel overwhelmed trying to do it all? If so, I'm going to share with you the number one skill that will allow you to do it all, delegation, and how to do it right. Hi everyone, this is Diane from Everything Ally, and a common issue that I see amongst entrepreneurs is that they don't know how to effectively delegate, or they don't think that it can really help them or will be beneficial for them. So today I'm going to talk about why delegation is so vital to your success and how to do it effectively. So what exactly is delegation? It's really easy for us to think that telling someone what to do and waiting for them to get it done is delegation. But delegation is so much more than that. It's about empowering your team to own a task from beginning to end. The beginning to end piece is key because true delegation is about ownership. It's about turning over that ownership to someone else. If somebody else on your team owns a task from beginning to end, then you've delegated it. If you're giving it to them piecemeal, or you're waiting for them to finish one part so you can review it and then give it back to them or give them the next step, then I'm sorry to say that you're not truly delegating, you're managing. And being an entrepreneur means getting away from being a manager so that you can focus on the parts of your business where you add the most value and where you're generating the most revenue. You have to trust that you hired the right team and let them do the job that you hired them for. I think if you can do this, you'll be really surprised by the results. So why exactly is it important to delegate? So there's a ton of reasons why you should delegate, and there's a lot of research out there that shows that delegation is really a key to being successful and growing your business as an entrepreneur. But today I'm going to focus on the cold, hard numbers and the fact that you're losing money for every hour that you're spending on these lower level tasks. So I want to give you an example. Estimates say that Bill Gates makes approximately $360,000 an hour. So for every task that does not return or make at least $360,000 an hour, it is not worth his time to complete. Now, I know that this is a pretty extreme example, but I want you to think about your own time and how much it's worth. How much do you charge your clients per hour of your time? How much do you earn working on deliverables or closing a contract in an hour? I want you to think about all these things. Now, do you have a rough number in mind? How much is an hour of your time worth? Think about it. So now that you have a rough idea of what an hour of your time is worth, now I want you to think about all the it'll only take a minute tasks, or I'll just do it myself tasks that you handle throughout the day. How many hours of your time does that take up? I'm willing to bet that it adds up to at least a couple of hours in your day. And for each of those hours that you're handling these lower level tasks, you are missing out on the opportunity to be working on your clients and your customers where you are earning and generating a return on your time. So to bring it all together, let's say that you charge $200 an hour and you hire an assistant for $50 an hour. While delegating costs you $50 an hour, it also allows you to generate $200 more than when you were handling everything yourself. So you're really netting $150 an hour. When you do everything yourself, you're making zero in those hours that you are doing the lower level tasks. Delegation allows you to trade off these lower level tasks so that you can focus on the activities that generate a higher return on your time and energy. Now that you know why delegation is so important and you have an idea of the real value of your time and how delegation will allow you to generate a higher return on your time, you should be ready to delegate. But how do you do it effectively? A lot of people think that delegation means a loss of quality or control. However, when you do it right, it's pretty easy to maintain the quality and control over a task or project. So I'm going to walk you through some steps and tips on how to delegate effectively. Step 1 in delegation is defining your expectations for a project or task. That means letting your team know, what do you expect the timeline to look like? What do you think the end product should look like? Or what are the parameters or important information that they need to know? This planning is really important and will save you a lot of time in the long run, and it will help you build trust with your team. So if you need more information on how to set expectations, you can view my video on how setting expectations makes you a better leader. It's linked below. Step number 2 to effective delegation is to determine your control points. As you build trust with your team, it's really important to have a structure for check-in and review so that you can course correct before too much time is spent going in the wrong direction, or they spend a lot of time building something that is not in line with your expectations. So as you begin working with someone new, or you're working on a recently delegated project, you should have regularly set status updates where you can review the work that is done so far and provide comments and feedback so that you can adjust as necessary. I highly recommend that you do a status update within the first week. You can shorten this timeline if the task is supposed to be completed within a week or less, but definitely within that first week so that you can see what's been done, do a review, and make any adjustments. This really fine-tunes the process, and you can see if something you had in mind isn't working out, or if it wasn't communicated properly. So as you continue to work with each other, you can make the check-ins less frequent, but at the beginning stages, it is vital to have a process for check-ins and control and review. So step number 3 to effective delegation is more of a note than an actual step, because it refers to what you do during your control and your control check-ins and your status reviews. You have to do a detailed review and provide real comments and real feedback on the work that is completed so far. If you do a detailed review now and during your status updates and your check-ins early on, you can avoid big mistakes that will cost you time and money down the line. And now is not the time to handle someone with kid gloves or try to spare their feelings about their work quality. There's no need to be rude, but if something isn't up to par, you have to say it and use this opportunity to adjust it, fix it, and course correct. If you don't do the review, if you don't provide comments and feedback, and the end product isn't what you had in mind, then there's really no one to blame but yourself. Step number 4 to effective delegation is to fight the urge to step in and do it yourself, or to make the person you delegated this task to do it your way. This will only cause frustration for the both of you. And unless a particular set of steps will affect the end outcome and result, then keep the end goal in mind. And if the person you're delegating the task to is meeting the end goal and they're acting within your expectations, then let them do it how they see fit. You might just learn something new along the way. So there it is, the quick start guide on why delegation is so important and how to do it effectively. If you're ready to delegate, great. Leave a comment below and let us know how you're doing. If you're still not sold on delegation, also leave a comment below and let us know how we can help you. Until next time, this is Diane from Everything Ally. We got your back.